To start your vending business, but you're going through all the hurdles of figuring out what products, what machines, what licensing, permits, and LLCs you should start. Well, in this video, I'm going to break it down nice and simple for you so you could start your vending business from A to Z and know exactly what you're getting into. Every business, big or small, has to go through different regulations and compliances, and the vending business is no different. And I know you already know that because you're watching this video, scouring the internet, trying to figure out what you have to do to legally be compliant with vending machines. You need to understand the vending business is a very unique business model. That means you deal with a difference of federal, state, and local county compliance issues that vary depending on each county, each city. Every county or city that you're thinking about starting may have different regulations for your vending machine business. So there's three main things that I kind of want to touch on: compliance, credibility, and accountability. So compliance and accountability, those are the two where you're going to have to deal with the IRS, your state, your county in terms of getting licenses and permits. So make sure when you start your business, I highly suggest starting with an LLC or doing business as, because you can go on the IRS website, simply apply for that yourself and get yourself an EIN number, which is an employee identification number. And no, it doesn't necessarily have to do with an employee identification number. It's just the way in which the government verifies you are the business owner and separates you as a legal entity versus yourself. And this is very important later on when you grow a vending business and have dozens of these machines out there, that you have a separate designation, because just in case something happens, you want to make sure that you're legally registered as an entity. As well as compliance and accountability, you want to make sure you stay accountable, have good books, know what you're selling, know what you're getting into, because in the vending business, they still look at us as a cash business, and you want to make sure you have good records. In terms of credibility, to get the high-end accounts, they want you to be accountable. They want you to have your own separate designation, your own entity. So this is very important video, because if you're looking to get those big accounts and you don't want the LLC and you don't have the permits and you don't have the licensing, they're not going to let you in their schools. Some schools have a wellness program intact, so you're going to need to apply by those specific parameters of snacks. Certain offices have wellness programs, so you only can sell certain snacks. They're supposed to be the healthier snacks. We all know snacks are never really that healthy, but the wellness program, you could look it out, type in wellness vending program online, and you'll see the list of products that you need to sell there. And that just goes with the credibility aspect that I'm talking about. Without all of these, you risk losing your vending accounts, losing your vending machines, or even paying a hefty fine by your state or county if you don't have the right permits on your vending machines. The next thing is essentially federal regulation. If you want to apply for an EIN, just go irs.gov, search for the EIN number. You simply fill in a bunch of parameters. If you've never done this before, it'll be a very simple process. They even spit it out to you digitally, but you may have to wait a couple weeks for them to actually mail you the physical EIN number. So like I said, zooming into the state level specifics, every county, not every county, but most of the time, county by county, city by city, state by state, depending on your jurisdiction, will have different compliances for vending machines in terms of licensing and permits. So it depends on the state you're in, and I have a couple more that I'm going to reference on here. So these are some of your states if you're aware. As well, I'm going to have more states down below in a link in a blog post, and you'll see which states need certain compliances, and you can go off of that for where you live. If I miss a state, comment down below what state, and I'll get back to you with the compliance to try to help you out. So in California, the seller's permit is issued by the state of California Department of Tax and Fee Administration. So you're going to want to go directly to the state of Tax and Fee Administration and get yourself a seller permit. In Florida, vending sales are taxable. As for other states, that's a good point. Some states, vending sales aren't taxable under certain threshold amounts and over certain threshold amounts. So that's another key area. Your taxes are different from, let's say, a retail store or a convenience store like a 7-Eleven or a bodega, something like that. With these states, having your seller's permit also allows you to pass the taxes on to the customer, so you can get a tax exempt with the ST-120 form. And I think that's very important, and also will save you on the front end if that's something you're looking into, ST-120 form. And then health and safety regulation. States like Texas and Ohio require vending machine licenses specifically for food and beverage machines. So you need to keep that aware if you're in Texas or Ohio. Same regulations on both. You may also need to pass a health safety inspection for if your machine dispenses fresh or perishable items in those states. So if you're selling sandwiches, if you're selling Uncrustables, if you're doing any of that stuff, you may have to get a license for that. Certain states also require the labeling of vending machines, such as displaying operators' contact info. Plenty of businesses require that you have your name of your business, your phone number affixed to it, maybe even a website or an email so that people can contact you more easily. And then states like Nevada charge an additional fee if your machines operate in multiple counties. So Nevada is kind of tricky there. They want a higher fee rather than just having one county. So keep that in mind. And just to find those state requirements, like I said, I'll have some down below. You can go on Google. Let's say you are in Kentucky. Type in vending business permits, the plus sign, and then write Kentucky or vending business permits plus the city you're in. And you're going to get info almost immediately, whether it's a blog post or the state website specifically. Let me tell you this, if your state has permits or licensing, taxes, we all have to pay taxes and it's different state to state, but licensing permits, if they have it, you'll see it on that first page. If not, I wouldn't worry too much about licensing and permits. If you register and get an EIN, you will owe taxes that following year. So make sure you keep in mind to have a certain amount of your income from your vending machines in the bank for taxes when Uncle Sam comes and collects his percentage. Local requirements are when many operators slip up because each jurisdiction is different. You need certain business licenses, and to operate a vending machine, regardless of what you're selling, you need a license. Business licenses for vending machines, like I said, range from $20 to $100. Even on that high end, yeah, $100 just to register your vending machine with the state. In New York City, they do require permits for your vending machine. So every vending machine will have a fixed permit on it. You can see this little license thing. I'll kind of pull up a picture here, and these licenses have to be affixed on the vending machine and they renew yearly. If you want more information, if you're feeling stuck with the vending business and you want a little help from a community or a mentor like myself, please join the list down below for the community that's launching. It's gonna have some awesome stuff in it. A course, direct contact with me, a community of like-minded people growing their vending business, so you have the opportunity to start your vending business. Click that link down below. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please like this video. I'd love to hear from everyone. And like I said, community down below. You can join the waitlist. It hasn't launched yet, but I want you to be a part before we launch. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.